It was the middle of December in the quiet town of Pine Valley. Snow covered the streets and small lights shone from every window. The town looked peaceful and ready for Christmas. Near the river, on the edge of the town, stood a little wooden house where Max lived with his grandmother. Max was 12 years old and liked winter very much, but this year something felt different. Max often played outside, but he usually played alone. His best friend Oliver had moved to another city in spring, and Max missed him every day. The winter felt colder without a friend to share it with. His grandmother tried to make the season warm with cookies, songs, and decorations, but Max still felt a quiet emptiness inside. Across the river lived Emma, a girl the same age as Max. She was friendly and kind, but Max did not know her well. They sometimes saw each other from far away, waving quickly before going home. Between their houses stood a small wooden bridge. It was old, a little broken, and Max did not cross it often. One snowy afternoon, Max walked toward the bridge. The river below moved slowly, and snowflakes fell onto the dark water. When Max reached the middle, he stopped to look around. Pine trees stood tall on both sides of the river, covered in white. Everything was silent. Max felt peaceful for the first time in days. While he stood there, he noticed footprints on the snow-covered bridge. They were small and fresh. He followed them until he reached the other side. Near the trees, he saw Emma. She was trying to decorate a small pine tree, but the wind kept blowing her ribbons away. She looked disappointed but continued working slowly. Max watched her for a moment and felt something warm inside. He suddenly understood that maybe he was not the only one feeling lonely this Christmas. Emma looked like she wanted company too. He walked closer and helped her pick up the fallen ribbons. Together they decorated the tiny tree with simple things: ribbons, pine cones, and little stars made of paper. Their hands moved slowly and carefully. The tree was small, but it looked bright and beautiful in the snow. Emma smiled softly, and Max felt a lightness in his chest. The quiet space between them was warm, not empty like before. They continued working until the sky turned pink with the early winter sunset. The tree stood between them like a small piece of Christmas magic. Later that evening, Max returned home. His grandmother noticed something different. Max seemed calm, lighter, almost glowing. He looked at the decorated bridge from his window and felt grateful for the day. Christmas Eve arrived with clear skies and bright stars. Max and Emma met again at the little tree. They added new decorations and placed a small wooden heart at the top. It was simple but full of meaning. It felt like a promise of a new friendship, gentle and strong. The bridge no longer looked old and lonely. It looked like a path between two hearts, two homes, and two new friends. And that Christmas, Max learned something important. Sometimes friendship begins quietly, like snow falling on a winter evening, but it grows warm, strong, and bright, just like Christmas itself.